everyone, Sean here once again, and we are back in their Poly Bridge. We are moving on to Rockin. This is World 2, number 5. And this is going to be a bus without a lot of ability to turn. So this looks fairly simple. I mean, if you were just to go up and down, but unfortunately this bus does not make those turns very well. So what we're going to want to do is sort of from here come almost out and then make a slow curve up, trying to minimize any larger changes. And I think that might even be a little bit too worried about this one being just a little bit too high there. I think this will be good. So we can make that S curve just a little bit less curvy. I think this should be fairly good. Alright, now we just have to reinforce it. I mean, fairly simple bridge so far. Let's turn on triangles. Always do a brace against the wall if you can. Gonna truss under here. Brace against the wall, brace against the rock, I suppose I should say. Alright, and I do want this to be a little arched, or else this is going to get quite a bit of pressure on it. There we go. That should be pretty nice. Okay. Support it from this side here. There we go. Come across. Truss underneath. I don't think we really need a truss on top. I think that would be a little unnecessary. Oh, we have run into a budget issue. Let's clear out this last piece here and just see how we're doing. Now we had a piece snap. This actually looks like this bridge is a little stronger without it. So, let's take this piece out. We clearly didn't need it, but we do need more over here. I think we can do a little bit better and take some out of here, but let's explore this side first. Just want to add a little bit more. Make this arch here a little stronger. But then also reinforce from the bottom with this if we can. We're going to go over budget here. I think this one's unnecessary, but I do think we need to put just a little bit more strength right here. I should make this unnecessary as well, actually. So if we can make this super strong, that would do it. Okay. Now we just need to shore this up, find a little bit of money as we move this around. Getting a little bit closer to budget. We've got to keep that arch there for sure. Let's see, I don't think we need that one. I also don't really know if we need that one, so bridge stands on its own. Can we get the bus up and over the first one without too much fuss? Sure can. How about the way down? Now there is just a little bit of some change here. I think if we went a little more direct, this would be better, and I think giving that some more height. I think even pulling this down and resting that more on that rock. We can always pull a little bit of this support down here and put it right here against this to kind of give this leverage here. It's trying to tilt this way and swing. So if we can maybe brace that right here underneath this anchor point, it might be good. But let's see where we're at right now. This part of the bridge held the bus. The problem is there's just a little bit of a bump in there. So as soon as it hits that bump. Okay, so That might be just enough. It might be all we need on that side just to reinforce this one piece. 100% still. This is a lot of stress on this one piece here. So what if we took this out and reinforced this? That's what I'd like to see. Right there, that should be fairly strong. We're gonna have to find our... Let's make sure that works. We're gonna have to find $442. Or no, $1,442. Somewhere in here. We can always rebuild these and start over with fresh arches. That's gonna work on the right side, so I don't want to screw with the right side at all. But I think we can find just a little bit of our budget in here somewhere. Do I need this? What if I do this here? $80. Oops. Now that's gonna swing flat. So what if we just shore this up right here? Where else? I'm actually thinking that, you know, if we do take out one random one of these... that's caused some problems already, I can see it. That piece was really important. Yeah, can't break our triangles. What about this piece here? If we take that out and replace it here, I think that'll still be strong enough. It's getting real close. Alright. Let's make sure that we still work. We still have to find $500 worth of value here. Nope, it doesn't. Okay. What do we want to work on then? I think we need to start... Our road is good, but we need to start fresh with our wood. And I don't want to mess with anything on the right whatsoever. So let's make sure this is working properly, and I want to give that just a little bit of angle upward, or else if it's too flat like this, it's just going to torque and pull on that quite a bit. So should we come up above? That might be the best. Something like this. I'm doing a combination here of arch and truss. I'm going to go back and reconnect these ones to that arch. Alright, we are just barely over budget. Let's see if this holds. We're putting a lot of weight on that one piece right here, unfortunately. Let's bring this out and then create a new... There, that should be really strong. Also, I think this dip right here is going to cause a problem. I don't want to use steel, it's going to cause a lot of issues, but if that can save us from throwing a lot of wood at the left... might be worth it in the end. I've definitely seen bridges go up with less trussing and less strength overall. We do have to support quite a bit of weight here. I think I might have to reimagine this shape of this and go a little bit more. I was kind of paying attention to the suspension of this, but I guess with this accordion in the middle of this bus, it does have a decent amount of turn radius. So I might have to reimagine this side of the bridge anyway and do more of a arch. That'll give this... That way the road has a little bit of natural strength to it. We already know the right side's good. We probably could do a little better over there. But that, if we do this here and give this arch... I mean, this shape right here with this truss is going to be very, very strong. So, let's try and do it without steel. Start with an anchor here. Let's truss across the bottom. No. Let me go back to these arches here. This is going to be a very strong shape, so hopefully this will work. Actually, from there, I kind of want this to do that. Oh, we're already running low on money. So I think I really do have to pick support top or bottom on this bridge. Top sounds good so far. I wonder if I can just support that. And that, and maybe put a little bit more in right here. This is going to put me over budget, isn't it? No. Okay. That's a fairly strong shape. That's a fairly strong shape. I might have to put a little more strength right here, actually. So, pinning that against the wall and putting one here. Now, we're still 500 over budget, but can we do this? We can always shrink the trusses on top. Well, we're very close. So, I did notice just the starting weight of this was lower. Earlier, as soon as we started, it was at 50% stress. Now it's starting at in the 20s. Yeah, that spot right there is just really in trouble. So I need to support right there with something like this. This is a very strong shape. It's basically a column. And then I can support this here if we can just get that to rest on here. That way this reaches out a little further. Alright, we do still have a little bit of wiggle room in our budget, so that's good. Now we don't. The good news is I think we're fairly close. We are. As soon as it gets past this point, this part of the bridge is good. So what the problem on this side is it's not really tied in very well. So we can actually just go with something like this. I'm going to have to find a little bit of room in the budget somewhere. But let's get this bus across the bridge first. I think what I'm going to end up doing is reducing the truss height for the remaining part of our budget. But let's get this bus across the bridge. $93, and that, yep, now we're home free. So we know the right side works. We know the right side barely works. So, we've gotten across, but we haven't gotten across on budget, and that's not good enough. So, let's try and just drop these down just ever so slightly. Now there's a lot of wood in here. We probably don't need something somewhere. It's making this go up. There, it's making it go down a little bit. There we go. Now what if, instead of that, we just shoved a piece of iron there to there? Is that going to be strong enough on its own? That's putting a lot of... yeah, that's not going to work right there. So let's put the weight of that bridge right on that piece. We're still 400 over budget. That's a big piece of iron. All right, 300 over budget. I think we're on track, but I want to make sure that we are. There's no point in trying to shore it up from here. Yep, if that's not going to hold. That piece of iron supporting a lot of weight. Okay, now what we have to do is get rid of this piece of iron. Much easier said than done, considering we're already over budget, but the good news is I don't think we need to anchor that in. Now we're 140 off. We've been getting closer and closer every time. But now we've lost it, so we have to put this back there. Actually, just gonna do some edit undos. Alright, so we know that as long as this point doesn't move, we're good. So we need enough wood to support that. Oh, that was close. Alright. So now we need to find just a little bit of money. Just a tiny, tiny bit of money. How do we feel about this piece here? If we tie this in here, that doesn't swing. I might need to readjust all these, but I'm going to start there. We are under budget by $220. Ah, phew. There it goes. Alright. The bridge that barely held together. Max stress, 98.7. Alright. What a lovely bridge. Would you take that bus? I guess you couldn't take that bus. If anybody else got on the bus, this bus would collapse. This bridge would collapse with the bus stuck in the river. Alright. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Remember to like and subscribe. It really does help me a lot. And share this video with anyone you think would enjoy these kind of games. That's all for now, and we will see you all in the next one.